Welcome to DeckSpeed build, where I'll explain and showcase a deck in a quick and concise video alongside a sample game so you can have all you need to start playing. I'll cover 5 choice 3 pans BanG, also known as 2-2 Turbo. This has been the way to play BanG in English for around a year now, and it's all about and craziness 2-2 alongside astonishing speed Pario to make huge boards that can survive for multiple turns. First we should talk about the 2 stars of the show. 2-2 is one of the best healing early plays in the game, having an easy condition to play, huge power that can reach 15,000 or even more, and a ton of survivability. She's pretty unassuming on her own, but Pario gives every 2-2 2000 power, wind drive, hexproof, and invulnerability to be reversed by out effects, so you would say that then you should kill Pario first. But when 2-2 is on the board, she gains 5,500 power and hand encore. This is such a powerful combination that the deck completely revolves around finding the easiest and quickest way of setting up a board of 2-2s with Pario supporting her, so that you slowly build advantage by sitting on them. Going over the rest of the cards for this build, we have 4 Nanami runners for our best card going first, 1 High-Lomi Climax Searcher, she's a must-have when playing a yellow combo, 1 Saya Drop Salvage since access to waiting room is quite limited and as a way to discard. Discarding is important in this deck since it's very susceptible to getting clogged with climaxes. 1 Rui Climax Hopper for more consistency with our climaxes, 2 Tsukushi Brainstormers. Aside from the searching, she's a way to play level 2 Parios from waiting room and another discarding outlet, 3 Saya Bombs. They are up to preference, but it's a powerful card going first and second, especially with the rise of the on-death Rikis. 2 TD Tsukushis for more discarding and deck speed, 2 On Violin Rui, she's very underrated in my opinion, helping with discarding and can play a 2-2 for 1 stock, helping a lot in situations where you couldn't build up enough stock early. 4 Yukina Rikis, mainly to search for our level 1 combo, which is Nanami. Since 2-2 is a 2 or less climax early play, we do require the deck speed, so discarding a character for Nanami is still worth it, and gives the best chances to find 2-2s and Parios. 2 Daylight Toko and 2 Morphonica Toko as part of the change package. Daylight Toko helps with extra power, but you probably won't see her as much, and Morphonica Toko boosts our board while giving extra cards every turn. You'll see her a lot more as part of our end board. 1 Club Show Arisa for a quick refresh in case of an emergency, 1 of basically any memory kick backup. They give a lot of power and a way to remove characters. It's probably between this tie and the Yukina because they are blue. 3 Astonishing Speed Pario and 4 Rush and Craziness 2-2 for our dynamic duo. 4 Mashiro Finisher, she's the most popular option since you only really need 1 copy of her and the combo is cheap because you usually use all your resources on playing 2-2s by level 2, but generally you can play whatever combo you prefer. 2-2 and Pario do most of the job anyway. And finally 1 TD Mashiro. She's an extra target for the Mashiro combo, but consider it a free slot that you can replace with whatever you prefer. In the climaxes, we play 1 extra choice because it helps with our game plan a ton by giving extra stock or salvaging 2-2s and Parios. Plus, the level 3 combo is on pants, so you are more likely to get it over the game even when only playing 3. Now let's get into the game. Going first against 8 pants Ilya, the hand is pretty good, having the climax, Riki, and the Nanami runner. We also like to find 2-2s and Parios in the early game. During level 0, what we wanna do is secure as much stock as we can, Choices help with that, and to also get to our Nanami level 1 combos. Their runner is better than ours, so we will have to deal with that. You don't wanna get clogged with climaxes, so I'll clog them during level 0, and now we use the Riki to search for our combo. Playing Tsukushi to dig the attack more, they cancel our attack during turn 1s, so we Tri-Field because we really wanna keep up the damage. It will really help us during level 2, so keep that in mind. Ilya does have a lot of utility zeros, so that will wipe our board, but that's fine. Tsukushi will probably get us to another card while we also discard the climax. Sadly, their runner outpowers ours, so we'll just have to take that. Leveling up a yellow, and we lose 2 2-2s, which is really bad, but we can still have a chance to find them with Nanami. They will discard the climax, and Toko is a really good find. She will help with salvaging. Alright, we drew another Nanami, so now we don't need the second Riki. We could have went for triple Nanami, but you gotta keep in mind the size of your deck. You don't wanna mill the whole thing. You gotta leave enough cards so that the opponent can level you up. We go for the combo and luckily find a 2-2, so we will take that and the Nanami. Unless you find 2 really good cards, then the second one will probably be discarded for the combo. And in our second combo we find the other Chutu and a Pario. Now we are set. You will usually only be able to do 2 Parios and 2 Chutus, so this is optimal. And they still keep cancelling. We are not looking good in terms of damage, and their deck will be compressed after their refresh. And Ilia level 1s are pretty good too with the combo and the one that decks. They will do the Ilia into Ilias. Those will help them with their refresh. Use the combo that will give them 3 cards. And just as planned, we will take enough damage to get to level 2. Thankfully cancelling the last one, and now we can play the game. We can afford to clock since Chutu will heal us, and now we use Rui to play a Chutu for once less stock. We don't really care about our hand size, so that's very good value. And this is gonna be your end board most of the time, 2 Chutus, 2 Parios, 1 Toko. You always wanna keep a Pario in the back just in case, and any attack that isn't Chutu goes first, just in case you trigger a climax, you can pay it out with Chutu's Twin Drive. We are still not looking good in damage. They keep cancelling, and that's unfortunate because our swings are very big. Compressed decks are our main weakness, as it's very unlikely we will get to stick damage unless we sacrifice our board. And nothing will stop them from crashing into us, so that cheap damage, while low, it will stack up very quickly. So we draw, we don't clock because we don't need to, and just go straight for attacks, hope we can stick something. Nope. We will take another Chutu to get a little greedy. There's still a lot of climaxes in the deck, and we will be likely to refresh on our next turn, so we might as well get another heal and try to stall a little bit more during level 2. What you will usually pick up with choice is a copy of your Mashiro, and if you already have one, then any backups. But yeah, this is our game plan. Sit on these huge bodies and have the opponent crash into them. Hopefully that will lower their resources. But sadly our opponent seems to have always enough characters. And they also have a undead drop surge. So we draw, let's pay out one of the climaxes with the Toko, and we'll use that Toko to pick up a Brainstormer. We'll use the Brainstorm to pay for the other climax and refresh. Once we refresh, we can just play the other Chutu, and we have a triple Chutu. They wasted 3 climaxes last turn on their attacks, so we might as well go for the climax that we really don't want to keep in hand. Triggering the choice, it's important at this point to start sending to stock the Mashiro copies if you have one already in hand. That way, even if you refresh, you still have targets for Mashiro. Only one of the attacks stick, but that is enough for us to stay ahead. And this is one of the decks that can actually outpower Chutu with their level 3 combo. So they will start setting that up. No need to go for it right now since they aren't in kill range. So they will just put it in the back to do it next turn probably. The combo itself is on reverse, so holding on to a backup is very recommended. Plus it does a lot of damage if it actually hits. We do cancel that last one and stay in level 2, so we might as well try to keep it up for a little bit more. While we try to find our Pants climax. Unfortunately, triggering a Pants when there's nothing good to salvage, so just gonna pay that out with the Twin Drive. They do cancel everything, but we do find a way to get to the Pants climax. Now they're probably gonna go for the combo. There's Brainstorming, actually hitting it. And they set up the assists. Those assists are gonna boost the Ilia to be big enough to beat our Chutus. We've been holding on to this Arisa backup just in case, and now it's gonna come in clutch. They will go for it and use the backup and pay out the climax to refresh. We do take the damage, and we are actually in danger of dying here, but thankfully we do cancel. And now we try to close it out. Going for Mashiro and directly for the combo, attacking with Mashiro first to hopefully try to eat out their climaxes. But we are unlucky and they take the first attack. So now we are just overswinging big time. This does give them another turn, but thankfully that last choice comes in clutch, giving us the refresh back up again. we can get those 2 climaxes out and refresh again to give us better chances of surviving. This time they will sacrifice one of their attacks to make sure that their combo is big enough to beat, and we just have to crash. But we do get really lucky and survive that. Now we just do the combo one last time. If they are in range of dying, you wanna go for the combo first. Mashiro into Mashiro. They do cancel again, so we change into the other Mashiro. This is a bit of a misplay. Should have waited to do the Mashiro attack after their refresh. But thankfully the second attack does stick and we end the game. So overall, this deck, while mostly simple, still feels strong, mainly thanks to the power of Chuto and Pario. To the point that you can even call that one of its main weaknesses. Yeah, Chuto resists a lot of stuff, but she's not impossible to outpower under the right conditions, and anti-early play bombs are a universal way of beating her. And in the very unlucky case you miss the timing to play her after refreshing, then that's potentially the end of the game for you if you don't try to mill through your whole deck again. Still, we have all the tools to set up the level 2 turn with the Nanomi combo and even a sort of panic button in the Arisa refresh backup, supported by the Ruby level 0, which allows us to be more flexible with our stock. Compressed decks will give you a hard time even when you win board every turn, but that's also why our level 3 combo is a direct answer to them by eating away all their climaxes. The 5th anniversary set is around the corner, and with it Chuto falls out of favor quite a bit thanks to all the new tools you can play around with. But that doesn't make her any weaker. In JP, some decks even try to improve the current list with some extra anniversary cards, which comes to show that the core of this deck still has relevance as the best way to take advantage of this incredibly powerful duo of cards. It can get old pretty quickly since a lot of your games will follow the same strategy and objective, but it's very nice to see a deck that has a clear game plan and win condition. It is very beginner friendly in that sense, while still having a high power ceiling.